Freeman. See if he picks up on it. There we go. Beautiful. All right, good. So we're getting it to work. There we go. We should be live now. Just make sure this is working. I'm just send this to the guys in the WAP. Just check it out. TikTok. Beautiful. All right, cool. Beautiful. All right, cool. And then what we'll do is, let's get this up. Just want to bring up a few things and we'll get started. Appreciate you guys tuning in. All right, we got that. Just trying to get to the chat so we can see the chat. Here's that. Let's get the WAP in there. All right, let's get into it. Let's go over some stocks. For those of you new to this channel, this is Trading Simplified. You guys will see that I pretty much will go through on every single Wednesday. We will review stocks. We'll go over through that. And what I'll do is we'll use Webull to use the charting. Let me just get this to come up. There we go. Okay, cool. Your mama joined. Interesting name. Cool. All right, so let's get into it. Let's go over some of these stocks here. Things that we're looking at, things that we think have potential. Jeez. All right, cool. So let's get into it, guys. Thanks for joining the channel. Let's start off with Qs. Let's just see where it's at right now. We're trading at 610. Yeah, that's right. Exactly. How we feeling with the Qs with Tesla earnings? See, it really, Qs right now. I want to see it. Want to see it get a little bit above this 613 area. Let's make some higher highs. We have two stocks that I love to trade, which is Tesla, UNH, and you have Amazon, obviously. But UNH and Tesla have earnings very soon. So it's something that you must pay attention to, in my opinion. I definitely would pay attention to that. Let's see, we got a car. So here we go. So let's just get into it. Let's go over the Qs. Jae Young, you in this? Where's Jae Young? I haven't seen Jae Young. Normally he would request, he would send a message. We'll see when he joins here. All right, guys, so looking at it here. There we go. All right, so reviewing Qs here, we have 613 is our resistance level. It looks like it could potentially break this today. Just keep in mind we're trading at the top of this trend channel right here. Everybody knows that, clear as day. Resistance right here at the $613 per share level. So looking here, let's just see if we get pullbacks. If we don't, if we start making higher highs, just be aware. Just realize your RSI is trading at 60, which is not super elevated, but definitely indicates a little bit overbought there. Definitely something to keep an eye on as we are going. Next, I'd be looking at SPYs. SPY right now, same thing, trading at 673. This is trading at highs, but you have that resistance at 674. So 674 is your top off right now. It has to break above this to continue to be bullish. There is definitely a good chance, especially with the way the market is. This is like the bull market of 2025, which is awesome. If you're looking to trade, just for newer traders that see this, the triple leverage Qs, TQQQ. Whenever I trade triple TQQQ, which is it decays over time, just be cautious. It's 3 times leverage, so 1% move is a 3% move in triple leverage TQQQ. This is TQQQ that we were reviewing, which is trading at $107. So just be aware, if you're going to buy this, you need to trade the Qs along with it. I just want to review one stock that we called out in the WAP. This is, I made a members only video as well. We called out this 47 low on Dutch Bros. And now we are hitting this potential resistance that we were calling out at $57 to $58. So we just have to see, is it going to continue here before earnings, or is it going to start coming back? Something to keep in mind. Definitely happy to see that call out and the people within our WAP making some money on that, which is excellent. Next, let's go through the big guys. Let's go over Amazon. Amazon is very it's making me question myself sometimes. I saw this double bottom here around 210, 211. It's been bouncing off of this, cracking off of it. I thought it would go a little lower. I was being very picky with this and I didn't buy it. But the way I still see this is we are still trading in this zone. So until Amazon breaks out of at least 225 per share, I don't see it being bullish. I see it just consolidating within this range. So for me, seeing this consolidation, it's got to break out of that. That's definitely what it has to do. If it's going to continue being bullish, then what I want to see before earnings is get above 225, hold, and then push higher. But what I'm kind of focusing on is I think that it's really going to potentially just pull back. I think we're going to get this. We're going to get this consolidation and then just push down until we have earnings, because earnings is soon. It's in less than a week, I believe. So if I'm going to try to day trade Amazon, it's going to be on dips with the support level down at this 212. That's about a 3% pullback. We'll see. It's probably going to hold before earnings. If I'm wrong, that's great, because then it's going even lower, which is what I wanted anyway. Tesla stock. Sorry about that. Tesla stock is basically trading right here at resistance at $450 per share. You can see it right here, looking for this at 418 to 442. Now, this is something that I continue to watch as we go. I have shares down at 220. I'm kind of just watching them, not really trading them. I was hoping we'd get pullbacks to like 370. We would need a massive earnings failure on this. I mean, their earnings they usually sell off on their earnings. Maybe this time will be different. We will see. But in my experience seeing them, it doesn't seem like they usually do that. So we'll have to, we'll see here. Let's break above 450. But you got earnings today. If I were you, I would definitely be cautious. Quick stop losses in and out. I'm not sure what the expected move is. I have to look at it. Usually Tesla's like a 7 to 10% move. Even that would still bring you down to 400. And a 7 to 10% move bring you up to the highs of the 470, 480. So we got to see what it does at the market today. But that's kind of what I'm looking for with that. All right, so looking through here, I wanted to break down just the rest of the Mag 7s. Let's hit Meta Platforms right now. They're trading at 730. This really is a solid company here. $800 per share would be your resistance. Pulling back here, it's just holding that $700 per share, which is very nice. And we had those nice touches here. So I understand 693 had multiple touches. There's your bounces right off of this. It's got to get above 740, 745 to start making a move forward. Looking at Apple stock here, Apple stock trading at highs, trading at the top, basically the top middle of this channel, getting above here. We had support at 233. And then now it is above this middle of the channel. So I understand if people start to buy or investors start to buy the dip at $250 at psychological level. So then looking forward here, we have Amazon, Apple, Meta. Next is NVIDIA, the AI child here. Looking here on the 3-month chart, we can see that even just looking at a 6-month chart, you have this right here. So we are trading within this range, and it's been clear as day that the resistance is 183 to 185. Right here, you can see all of the touches. Now let's see what it decides to do today. Is NVIDIA, with reports of all the big guys, are they buying more NVIDIA chips? That's going to be a catalyst even within not even NVIDIA announcing earnings. So is it going to do that and then go? Hold on one sec. All right, so taking a look at it here, we just hit NVIDIA. Let's go over some of the more common stocks that we want to hit. We already reviewed Amazon. Amazon traded at 219 level. UPath was a stock that we've been watching in our WAP. That has been an interesting play right now. It is starting to really pull back. And if this continuation occurs in UPath, this is PATH. If this continues without breaking, but right now I look at it as like this lever. So I'm seeing it like, is it going to just continuously do this until it fails? So just consolidate, 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 and then drop lower. It's got to break above this $17 per share. That would definitely be something that I would be eyeing on moving forward for this. We'll hit crypto in a little bit. I do crypto at the end, so stay tuned. We will go over Solana, XRP, and all that. Bank of America is interesting. Bank of America had its earnings, 48 up to resistance of $52 per share. Can't break through this. Looking for this move up here. $52 potential short, or break above and then go from there. We'll have to pay attention to that. Google stock. Google is at the moon right now. I mean, this is incredible. We have these guys down at like 160, which is great. Next, what we'll do is we'll look for some of the stocks that we're holding in the YouTube portfolio. I've been watching Starbucks. I hold these guys. You guys know I have a little bit like 10 grand, a little bit over that within invested in Starbucks right now. I think it's a good ROI because you have these big bounces right here off of $78 per share. We were scooping up shares here right in that $80 range. And now we'll see it. What it has to do now is basically we're break even on this. It's got to break above this $87 per share, dollar cost averaging in there. So we will be cautious watching this, but we got to see if it breaks above that. SMH, if you're trading your semiconductors, just beware. You got to break above your 350 for continuation. If you get pullbacks, look for support at your $320 per share on this. You know, it was like a stock that I noticed that just went to the moon was BYND, the Beyond Meat. This stock is pumping. Like, it's turned into a meme stock at this point. Pumping, and went all the way from basically 50 cents to $7 per share, which is incredible. Now, I don't know if there's any news on this, guys. Checking them out. Let me see here. BYND. Yeah, it just says they're planning to produce their products at Walmart, so that shows some life in them. Yeah, but BYND is honestly just very surprising. I mean, if you bought 1,000 shares at 50 cents, I mean, you're making 7,000 off of $500. So that actually would have worked out for whoever was doing that. So congrats to them. Yeah, Microsoft's trading at 520, so I mean, I'm looking for dips to 500, so that's pretty much it right there. AMD as well, trading at 237. It's just too high for me at this point to day trade. I feel like the move has already happened. Let's go over some crypto. Looking at some crypto here. We'll go over Solana. Yeah, I appreciate you making that meme list, Jay Young. Looking at crypto, I mean, like, I haven't bought Solana yet. I've been looking at it. I'm just wondering if we're going to get a drop because we've been consolidating in this area. And overall, when I'm looking at Solana, I'm kind of thinking, okay, we were showing support here, but now since it broke this area at 185, I want to see if we push back down. Let's see if we consolidate, because I see this like wedge forming right now. I want to see if it breaks the upside or the downside. And I want to see, are we going to go to 150 or are we going to start breaking up and consolidate around 200? But right now, this is what we have. So we got to pay attention to this and see where it's going to go. XRP is another one that I am consistently waiting on. I was purchasing shares, but now since they broke that $2.75, I want to see here, same thing is happening. We have another wedge forming, and you'll notice that like a lot of the cryptos, they pretty much trade together. So it's good to see, but they are trading together, and we have to see, is it going to break out of this wedge right here, which is forming here. So if it does, hopefully it breaks down to the lower side. We can get shares for the long term. And then we'll go from there. I think that would be interesting. Yeah, BYND was what we were reviewing before. Next stock we're going to look at, I shouldn't say stock, this is crypto. We're going to look at Ethereum real quick. All right, so here Ethereum is breaking support here at 3,800. There is a strong chance that I think that we are going to break this week. This would make me very happy. I've been calling out 3,000 for a while, waiting for this level. Ethereum really is something that I think long term is good. I'm buying it for the long term. But with 4,000 per share breaking, that was something that I was just paying attention to big time. With 4,000 breaking, I just had to make sure that rejecting it here, you can see we have multiple points. I would love to see this consolidate down and Ethereum comes even lower now. That would be awesome. Because what's going to drive this moving down? It's going to be this guy. This is what's going to drive all of your crypto down, and that's your Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is hanging on to dear life at the bottom of this channel. And it's proven time and time again at the bottom of these channels at 50,000, 76,000, and now 108,000. Is it going to hold? So that's really the question. We'll see. I want to see at least Bitcoin retest 100,000 per share. But we will see. We'll have to give it some time. FLWS is moving. Let's see. So FLWS is moving right now. This is interesting. Penny stock. Let's see if we have interesting news on it. FLWS. This is flowers.com. I don't see any catalyst on them. When I see a penny stock moving, I try to see if there's any positive catalyst on them, because you can't just jump into these. You got to make sure you got a checklist before you're jumping into these bad boys. Zoom in a little bit on it and take a look. Oh, is BBI finally moving again? Oh wow, BBI. Yeah, BBI died down to $7. I think BBI, I'm waiting for $6 per share. Let's get it further. This thing looks like it wants to bleed more. So we'll take a look. We'll wait. For me, I'm comfortable waiting. I have no issues with that. And I would assume pullbacks to $6.50, probably going to cause a little bit of support, but I would love to see $6 in play for that, which would be really nice. What stocks are you guys watching? What are you guys trading today? Thank you for hitting the thumbs up button. I appreciate it. Yeah, the stock that's moving right now for some reason is 1-800-Flowers. I don't know why. I'm not sure why this stock is moving so much. Well, let's see what it decides to do. This might be the end of the move, but we'll see if it pulls back. You can actually see the bull flag that it has formed. So it definitely has a chance to get higher, but we'll give it a chance. See if we're going to start pushing higher to make higher highs. Got to get above this 730 though for us to start potentially chipping in here. On the down. D-Nuts. Is this a stock? D-Nuts? Oh, Krispy Kreme you're talking about? Krispy Kreme. Woo. This thing is getting pumped. Krispy Kreme used to be $20 per share. I'm looking on a 5-year chart just so everybody can see the damn thing. Here we go. So this was on 2021. Was it $20? Interesting. I've never even heard of this. Let me just see where is this company located? Krispy Kreme Donuts. American multinational donut coffee chain. New Orleans. Oh, okay. Let me see. Locations. They have some in Jersey. Interesting. Oh, yeah, look at that. Flowers is still moving. We're going to go back to Flowers. Flowers is popping right now. You got to be aware that we are trading up to this potential $8 per share here. Squeezing out some people, another bull flag forming. This is looking pretty strong. We got to see here. There it is right there. Boom. So it's got to break that. It sold off at that 750, but you know people are looking to buy it if it can get above that. Thank you for hitting that hard button. Gambling, long-term, not practical, stress-induced cortisol, started burning. Who is this guy? Megatron? That's good. Somebody's a millionaire today, apparently. SOUN? I think you really should be focusing on this stock right now. I mean, look at this. This thing is moving, baby. Let me see if I can get I'm gonna see if I can get a trade on this. See if we can buy at the highs and die. Yeah, that's not moving. Right now, what's moving is this. This is what's moving. There's not even a catalyst. That's the freaky part. I'm looking here. There's no catalyst, at least from what I'm seeing. I looked on Fidelity. I looked on Webull. It just got rejected hard there. It's really difficult to trade pre-market with Fidelity after Trader Pro. It really is dog shit. And the reason is that you have to place limit orders, which you always have to do in the pre-market, but it's just tough because you really don't have control, because you got to type in the numbers real quick. So it's not fast enough when you really think about it. Oh, no. This is, this ticker symbol I have is FLWS. FLWS right now. You will see if this stock does not hold $7.50, it's going to flush down. Because the longs will think it's over. It's got to keep pushing higher. It looks like it's potentially got a chance here, but look at that. See if it, let's see. It's got to continue. Yeah, I don't even, this is like a penny stock though, right? Maybe they do have puts on it, but it's definitely an idea. I mean, it's pumped since $4.60. Just need the option contracts to actually update as well. So here it is trying to hold that. Oh, nice. Okay, 72 cents, $5 put. Yeah, I mean, I like it, man. I'm not against it, you know? We like the crane guy making moves. The crane guy making moves, baby. Hopefully he's not operating that crane while he's trading. Let's see here. Update view. I've been looking on Fidelity, looking at one of my retirement portfolios, looking at the analysis. Look at that. Here we go. So look, 750's breaking. Look at that. Now it's just starting to sell off. There it is, baby. Somebody bought at $8, and now they're down 70 cents, and they're losing money on this trade. I got to make a video on the web-based trading. Apparently, I didn't realize this, but they have a Fidelity Active Trader Pro web-based trading. They're also getting into, they're really starting to get bigger on their, oh yeah, of course. For you, Limos? Absolutely, man. Let's go to Micron. Man, we were looking at this stock when it was trading back at like $120 per share. This is a huge miss on Micron, ticker symbol MU. MU stock, $200 per share. This thing is going to